Good Thursday evening, South Carolina Weather Watchers. Hopefully everyone has had a fantastic Thursday. I'm your host for South Carolina Weather, Just Peterson, and let's go and talk about the weather for your Thursday evening going into your future. Looking at the radar right now, nothing going on for the entire state of South Carolina. That will obviously not continue. As we go on and scroll our way out, go and look at the winter weather radar. We have a lot going on. We have snow going through Dallas, Oklahoma City, Fort Smith, as well as Missouri, Kansas, Panhandle of Texas, as well as New Mexico, Arizona receiving some snow. And then the West is actually looking pretty good. There's actually not really a lot going on over there for the West. Up there inside of Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa getting some snow, and then the Northeast has some flurries up there with some snow, but other than that, that's it. We now have an updated winter storm warning and weather advisory now up for South Carolina. So we'll talk about that once we go to, talk about our future. But here's our cloud cover. Cloud cover right now, honestly, not much. Honestly, it's pretty clear out there, so hopefully that will continue until the snow gets here. Rain slash snow, whichever one you're going to get. Cloud cover, total percentage. Going and push this forward. This is going through tonight. This is tomorrow morning right here. Cloud cover is pretty much just taking over South Carolina. And as you get through the day tomorrow into tomorrow night, cloud cover still taking over the entire state. As you get through to your Saturday morning, cloud cover is pushing now out of South Carolina very slowly but surely. And as we get to around Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, cloud cover is still present. And Saturday night still there. So honestly, that's just what we're watching for as we get through the next 48 or so hours. Current temperatures right now, though, 30 inside of Columbia, 34 in Charleston, 32 in Moncks Corner, as well as 32 in Georgetown and Myrtle Beach, 28 in Kingstree, 26 in Florence, 28 inside of Sumter, 30 in Augusta, as well as 26 in Greenville and Anderson, in Rock Hill, 26 in Newberry, 30 in Greenwood, 28 in Winnsboro, 30 inside of Augusta as well. Low temperatures for tonight, 24 in Greenville as well as 23 in Spartanburg, 22 in Rock Hill, 21 in Cheraw, 25 in Myrtle Beach, 24 in Georgetown, 24 in Moncks Corner, as well as 30 inside of Charleston, 32 in Hilton Head Island, 23 in Walterboro, 26 in Aiken, 24 in Barnwell, 24 in Anderson, and 23 in Greenwood. So overall, freezing temperatures again for mainly everybody. In terms of rain, there is a chance for some precipitation up there inside of Oconee County, up there inside of the far upstate of South Carolina, in the 0 or inside the 10 to 20% range. So not really much is expected, but never can rule anything out. So that's just what's happening there. And then in terms of snowfall as well, because there is a snowfall map, there's a precipitation map. There's a lot of maps going on right now, and I do want to talk about it. So we're just gonna look at rain for about like the next 3 days, and we're gonna look at snow for the next 3 days, and we're gonna look at ice because there is ice. Ice is gonna be a problem as well for portions of South Carolina. So this is just the 3-day forecast precipitation. This includes rain, snow, and ice, so you can't really do a whole lot here. But overall, just in terms of precipitation in general, half an inch to an inch, pretty much possible for the entire upstate of South Carolina, rather that be rain, snow, ice, whatever that may be. And then a quarter of an inch to a half an inch possible for the entire Midlands of South Carolina, most of the low country except for Hilton Head Island and all of the PD region. So overall, around a half an inch to an inch for mainly everybody. Now, in terms of snow, this is our snow map right here. 1 to 1.6, maybe even 1.4 inches possible over there in Anderson, Greenville, and Spartanburg. And then maybe 0.8 inches, inches, 0.8 inches of snow possible inside of Rock Hill. A tenth in Cheraw, maybe 2/10 inside of Camden, Columbia, 3/10 inside of Winnsboro, and Newberry, as well as 0.4 inside of Greenwood. And so that's now what's going on as we go through I'd say the next 24 hours from now until actually 7 p.m. Sunday. So about the next 3 days, so 72 hours. But most of the snowfall will fall obviously tonight, tomorrow morning, mainly tomorrow. But now moving on to ice. Ice is also a big factor with this as well. there is a chance for some ice inside of places like Greenwood, Newbury, Winnsboro, and Rock Hill. Quarter of an inch to half an inch for those regions. Then a tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch possible inside of Greenville, Spartanburg as well. Maybe even Columbia, Camden, Cheraw. Tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch. Hundredth of an inch to an inch possible inside of Aiken, Orangeburg, Sumter, King Street, Dillon, and Florence as well. Everybody else that is not under any sort of snow or ice event, you could see freezing rain, but it is not supposed to accumulate. So mainly the entire low country of South Carolina, Georgetown County, and central and coastal Horry County as well. Those will probably be the only regions that will not receive any sort of accumulation in terms of winter weather, in terms of ice, snow, whatever it may be. But rain is 100% on the table. And so, just looking at this map, the entire upstate inside of a winter storm warning, that is for ice and maybe snow and sleet as well. Winter weather advisory also up for Augusta through Columbia, Orangeburg, Sumter, Manning, Florence, Loris, all of these regions. Freezing rain is expected. Not really too much in terms of snow. If you are inside of over here in the PD region, but over here in the Midlands there is a chance. So that's what we're just gonna have to. We're not gonna actually have to wait to see that. It's pretty much set in stone that there will be some sort of winter weather going on in these areas. If you have any exact location questions, go on and let me know inside the live chat right now or inside the comments below as well. But after that, let's go on and talk just about the timing. What's the time? What's going to be the time that everyone's going to be receiving their type of precipitation as you go through the next 48 or so hours. So just going on, this is at 9 p.m. You know, we're chilling tonight. Not really too much going on. And then boom, there you go, 8 o'clock in the morning. Freezing rain already starting to push. Close toward the low country of South Carolina. Like I said, with the low country and Georgetown County and those places, those you could get some freezing rain or some, again, sleet slash, maybe some snow flurries, but again, it probably and most likely will not stick to the ground, so probably will not accumulate at all. But rain pushing in definitely to the low country of South Carolina by around 9 o'clock in the morning, and then ice and snow starting to move into places like Barnwell, Augusta around 10, 11, and then there goes that ice, that weird freezing rain going through in the low country of South Carolina. But then as you continue through 1 p.m., there goes the snow starting to push in by around 12 o'clock p.m., 1 o'clock p.m. inside the upstate of South Carolina, near Seneca, Anderson, Greenwood, Greenville, and Simpsonville as well. Ice pushing through the Columbia region as well as you get to around 2, 3, 4 o'clock. And then snow will continue inside the upstate near Gaffney to around 6 p.m. And then it will finally turn into some sleet accumulation as rain still goes on and carries on through the entire Midlands of South Carolina, the Low Country, and the PD region. So mainly right now, that's just what's going on. And after around 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, the rain will have moved off by that time, and we will be dry going into our Saturday. So, you know, you get some nice winter precipitation. Definitely see school closures up there inside the upstate of South Carolina, as most people have been wondering about what's going to happen with that. There also has been some cancellations as far south as the low country of South Carolina due to the potential for winter weather going on tomorrow as well, even though it won't stick, but still is that little threat. And so that's pretty much it in terms of timing. If you have any more questions on that, let me know. Now going on to talk about our future, and when I say future, I mean like the next 400 or so hours. So here we go, time in the top right corner of your screen. There goes the storm system. It's going to push on out of here, and we're going to just start to see a high pressure take over. Going to be some nice warm conditions, maybe some cold air trying to push down on around January the 15th. But after that, again, some warm air trying to take back over. And then this is January the 18th. Again, another rain/snow potential up there inside the upstate of South Carolina. Too far out to talk about any sort of snow probabilities right now. January the 19th looks interesting as well, as it just shows the low pressure off the coast of South Carolina. So we'll see what happens with that. And then after that, that's pretty much it. So again, not really much to talk about in terms of the future for South Carolina. I guess maybe the chance for some more snow. And I said that in a couple of lives back that there is definitely a chance of snow um, for South Carolina as we continue through the rest of the winter time. So definitely, just because you didn't get snow one time does not mean you can't get it another time. So we're just gonna wait, see what happens, let everything fall into place. But let's go and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time or leaving a comment right now if you're one of the 6 people joining us tonight inside of the live audience. But Mr. Anthony says, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. My cousin Cheryl says, good evening, weatherman. I hope all is well with you. It's cold in Philly. I hope it's not too cold out there in Somerville, but I'm listening. I'm at work. Keep up the good work. Love you, Cheryl. Thank you so much for your message. It's already down around 20. Let me check this real quick. I know it's in the 20s, though. At around 27. So, that's just what, that's just what we're looking for right now, or what's going on right now. And my Nana says, hi, Jay. Hello to you. And that's pretty much about it. So hopefully we will be back. Hopefully somebody else can leave another message or so. But let's go and talk about San Antonio and Raleigh now, as they do have a threat for some winter weather. Not really too much of San Antonio, but definitely for sure Raleigh. We'll talk about Raleigh in just a second. But moving on, this is around all this rain that's going on through San Antonio will be out of there by around 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. But after that, just nice and dry, going all the way through to your Saturday night. So honestly, you're good in terms of all of that. Moving over here to Raleigh, North Carolina, and we're just gonna go on and turn off these alerts for now. We'll turn them back on. But in terms of Raleigh, obviously a chance of snow. But as you go in and move through tonight, not really much tonight. Same thing for tomorrow afternoon, but the rain will push in by the time you get to around 7 o'clock p.m. Tomorrow night. So snow will be moving in. You'll get maybe some freezing rain close to around 11, 12 o'clock in the morning. Then some rain will push in. But some freezing rain, kind of like a mix of freezing rain and rain as you move through. And after all that's said and done, in terms of total precipitation, overall, seems to be around, not an inch quite, but I mean around, I'd say 6/10 of an inch, so that's what you're looking at. Temperatures now, obviously if it's snowing, bringing some freezing rain, obviously you're going to have that potential for those temperatures to be below freezing. But as you go on and push this forward through tonight, you'll have low temperatures tonight at around 24, high temperatures tomorrow 40, low temperatures tomorrow night 31, and then high temperatures going to around the low 40s again going through for your Saturday. As you go in over here to San Antonio, Texas, we're going to just scoot our way over here. If I can go on and find it, I believe it is over down here. It is. So going on to talk about this, if you have low temperatures tonight at around 36, mainly being at around 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. High temperatures tomorrow 42, low temperatures tomorrow night 32, 31-ish, and then high temperatures at around 53 going into your Saturday. And that's pretty much it. I believe San Antonio had that threat for some thunderstorms today. Not really much of a threat anymore, obviously. And other than that, that's it. The thunderstorm risk we also had for South Carolina just a couple of days ago was also gone as well. Weather news in terms of what's going on throughout the entire United States. Weather-wise, obviously, the main thing that everybody has heard about so far is the California wildfires. High winds and low relative humidity will continue to support critical fire weather conditions in Southern California through Friday. Red flag warnings remain in effect. They even had a PDS red flag warning. I didn't even know those existed until yesterday. A winter storm. This is another thing. A winter storm is expected to bring snow from southeastern Oklahoma through western North Carolina and South Carolina through Saturday. Snow will transition to sleet and freezing rain across the Arklatex through the southeast and to the mid-Atlantic. So overall, if you was to count, you have New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Virginia all have the chance of receiving some snow. Also Montana, Washington, Michigan, and Pennsylvania all have the threat to receive snow as we go through this weekend. So a lot of regions will see snow, and that's just telling you how cold it is. Even freezing going on inside of Florida and Georgia, Texas as well, southern Texas, that won't really receive the snow due to just the lack of moisture as well. And then fog going on inside the west, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing else really to talk about. Main story being the California wildfires and then the winter storm that's moving through. So hopefully everyone enjoyed the forecast tonight. I don't see any other comments or anything like that. So I guess that's gonna about wrap this up. We have 10 people watching and only 6 likes. Let's go on and get that like button up. 31 people have tuned in so far. So make sure that you hit the like button on the way out. If you are a new viewer, make sure that you go and hit the subscribe button and share the channel with family, friends, acquaintances, somebody that you just met at the grocery store yesterday. Go on and send them links out, please. And I will be back tomorrow morning with your Friday morning forecast update. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your